Tonight, K2's on your side, unpacking a new city ordinance aiming to crack down on the use of chemical munitions outside of the Portland ICE facility. This comes after gas was deployed against protesters outside that facility over the weekend. So the Department of Homeland Security says gas was used against rioters who were trying to block the entrance of the facility.
K2's Tanvi Verma joins us live in South Portland tonight. Tanvi, city councilors passed that ordinance in December, cracking down on these kinds of actions. So what does it do?
So right through the ordinance, people can report alleged nuisances that they believe are caused by detention facilities like the ICE facility. And there's been growing concerns. I want to show you an example of one of those concerns. The apartment complex that you're looking at, that's right in front of the ICE facility. A resident tells me there was a projectile shot into the third floor of an apartment. Just look at that window. This is one of many examples.
I was wearing jeans and it managed to rip through the pants.
Dr. Catherine Esperanza says she was protesting outside of the ICE facility Sunday when this happened.
They were shooting from the roof, hitting directly at my ankle. I'm really concerned that at this point somebody could die, somebody could be shot directly in the face.
In some ways, LaShonda Shavers can relate. Shavers was in her apartment just across the street from the ICE facility when the protests were happening.
Saturday evening, we started hearing explosions, and I didn't, because there was a huge crowd, you know, families, kids, and strollers, so I didn't expect any tear gas. So my windows were open, and then all of a sudden we started hearing the explosions. Tear gas got into my unit, so I'm trying to run outside to the hallway, but the hallway had tear gas also.
In early December, Portland City Council passed legislation allowing people to report nuisances outside of detention centers, such as the ICE facility. In theory, this could lead to fines.
That is the piece of this policy that we are going to end up testing first, and the administration is in the process of implementation.
Though right now, the city's administrative arm is still ironing out the specific rules about how the city will process those complaints. At least that's according to the author of the legislation, District 3 Councilor Angelita Murillo.
I think that whenever someone files a complaint, something has to be done with it and it has to go somewhere. In my opinion, I think that those complaints need to be used to start building up a case about the permitting aspect of the McAdam building.
The Department of Homeland Security sent us a statement this weekend, reading in part, on Saturday, over 250 rioters violently stormed an ICE facility in Portland, forming a shield wall with umbrellas while they attempted to tie the vehicle gate shut with ropes and moved a dumpster to block the front gate. 4 rioters were arrested with charges including destruction of government property, failure to comply, and disorderly conduct. And given DHS's statement, I asked Councilor Purtle Guinea what she has to say to people who believe ICE was justified in deploying gas. And she said thousands of peaceful protesters did not deserve what happened to them this past weekend. Reporting live in South Portland, Tanvi Verma, K2 News.
Tanvi, thanks for that. Developing tonight, a federal judge limiting the use of force by DHS agents outside the Portland ICE facility. The judge blocking those officers from firing off gas or munitions unless they face an imminent threat.
The federal judge approved what is known as a temporary restraining order. K2's Tanvi Verma joins us from the ICE facility now. What does that mean, Tanvi?
So, Deb, essentially it's a 2-week pause, though the plaintiffs can ask for a longer pause. In a 22-page opinion, a federal court judge siding with protesters, writing, in a well-functioning constitutional democratic republic, free speech, courageous news gathering, and nonviolent protest are all permitted, respected, and even celebrated. In an authoritarian regime, that is not the case. Our nation is now at a crossroads. The judge ruling that DHS has been using force against nonviolent protesters and ordered them to stop, at a minimum for the next 2 weeks. In court records, the plaintiff submitted this picture of what appears to be a federal officer spraying some sort of gas at a protester at the ICE facility. Plaintiffs also submitted this video of protest this weekend. They say you can see officers firing into the crowd as they were attempting to disperse. Another video of a little girl washing her eyes out. On Monday, DHS sent us a statement reading in part, over the weekend, more than 250 rioters violently stormed an ICE facility in Portland, forming a shield wall with umbrellas while they attempted to tie the vehicle gate shut with ropes and moved a dumpster to block the front gate. Rioters threw objects at law enforcement and rocks at cameras. We reached out again today. They sent us a new statement saying it was over 500 rioters that stormed the building. We asked for clarification and we have not heard back. And the Department of Homeland Security has not yet responded to the judge's ruling. Reporting live in South Portland, Tanvi Verma, K2 News.
Portland Mayor Keith Wilson called the judge's ruling an indictment of the Trump administration's authoritarian tactics in Portland. In the last hour, he issued a statement reading in part, Portlanders will continue to show up, stand with our immigrant neighbors, and win through peace. Peaceful civic participation isn't a threat, and these new restrictions on federal agents are an important first step in ending the violence and harm we've witnessed in our community.
Today, Oregon's congressional delegation sent a letter to DHS making their own demands in regards to use of force during protests. It reads in part, attacking our communities is not law enforcement. It is blatant suppression of people's constitutional rights. No lawful justification exists for such reckless and excessive use of force. We firmly oppose the actions of federal agents using excessive force against the very people they are sworn to protect and serve, and so should you.
We're on your side talking with local lawmakers and DHS about more details relating to their next steps. When we're not on air, just head to our website, k2.com, for up-to-the-minute coverage.
Save it! There you go. Good job. Good job. Then spit it out. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, here they come. Fuck you!